Greetings, my name is Diana Rendon and this is my second video out of 5 for Internship 2, Pasantías Preprofesionales 2. Today's topic is great people inspiring things. Today we're going to talk about great and amazing people. In this video, I will explain how I would approach a 45-minute class for students of first of baccalaureate, primero de bachillerato. Let's start with the tools and didactic materials to be used during this lesson. I have chosen these tools and didactic materials because they are widely available and teachers and students alike are very familiar with them. The exception being ThinkLink and thatquiz.org. ThinkLink I already explained on class number 1 and thatquiz.org I will explain later on during this class. Now I will start the lesson introducing a theme, an introduction, or in other words, with the anticipatory set. For this anticipatory set, I have chosen to share a video with my students. We are talking about great and inspiring people. So here we have a short video about an amazing person. The videos I use during my class are not very long, so I can manage my time. Let's listen to the video.
Malala Yousafzai is a female education activist who stood up to the Taliban, survived an assassination attempt, and became the youngest person ever to win a Nobel Peace Prize. Malala Yousafzai was born on July 12, 1997 in the Swat region of Pakistan to Zayuddin and Torp Kai Yousafzai. Her parents were determined to give her every opportunity a son would have, starting with an education.
Okay. The students and I would watch this video during the class and then discuss what about Malala makes her an inspiring person. Here we have a ThinkLink link for further reading, explaining who is Malala Yousafzai, the youngest ever Nobel Peace Prize winner with the previously introduced software that helps students read text.
At the age of 15, Malala was targeted and shot by Taliban militants on her way to school, all for daring to speak up in support of girls and women's rights to education. 3 years later, she is one of the strongest voices of feminism and the youngest ever Nobel Peace Prize laureate.
Okay, and here we have links for further reading if the student is interested. Okay, that is the anticipatory set that is setting a theme in the class that is great and inspiring people. Now let's move on to my warm-up activity. During the warm-up activity, I will talk about this great and inspiring person that is U.S. Representative Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez. Who is she and why she is inspiring? I will introduce her information through two forms of media, one being ThinkLink and the other being a PowerPoint presentation. Students are familiar with the PowerPoint presentation and most teachers are as well. Now, for why am I using ThinkLink and PowerPoint? ThinkLink I am using because it introduces the information in a fun way and it has the software that reads for the students. They can get the information through a fun way. And here we have links for a video for further readings for the students that are interested. Now, who is Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez? She is a U.S. representative, like we have said, but she's the youngest woman to take office at 29. She graduated Boston University with honors while working as a waitress and bartender. She double majored in international relationships and economics. And now she is in the Congress. She is she's advocating for universal health care for all Americans and between other things for the abolishment of ICE, immigrant and custom enforcement. Now, this is my warm-up activity. The information has been introduced and now I present it to the students in another way. Why the PowerPoint presentation? Because it highlights the grammar I want the students to pay special attention to. This is using the direct method, using the target language only, and allowing the students to infer the grammar. Now I'm using the government book, and here is the grammar to be targeted during this lesson, which is ways to express the future and ways to express desire, necessity, and decision. With the warm-up set and the anticipatory set presented, I will then introduce the objectives of the lesson. During the last video, I forgot to do that. I forgot to tell the students the objectives of the lesson. This is important because students perform better when they have a goal or an end to reach to. Now here it is. I always introduce the objectives after the anticipatory set, setting the theme, and the warm-up activity when the students are prime and ready to get to class. Now, for the second part of the lesson, I will encourage dialogue between students in a communicative language learning uh, for them to express desire, necessity, and decision. How do they do that? They have their books with examples, and they also have this information right here to help them do that. With that done, I move on to written exercises. For these written exercises, I will use the teaching platform thatquiz.org. What is this website? Thatquiz.org is a teaching platform that allows teachers to design tests that will automatically grade. It's very like Canvas, but is free and more accessible for everyday teachers. Here we can design tests that are matching questions, uh, questions with distractors and correct answers, or slides. The students get code for the test. They just have to select their name and take the test. And here, that quiz.org allows me to assign the test, when it expires, how it is qualified, does it show right or wrong, and all the things a good platform does. So let's say I'm a student, excuse me, and I want to take my test. I introduce my code, I select my name, and then I read the instructions and start taking my test. What do I want the students to do? I want them to write ways to express hope and desires for the future. I already introduced the grammar here during the warm-up activity. Now they have to use the correct form of the verb. If the student gets it wrong, they are automatically graded. And if they fail completely, they just have to take the test again. This is a formative assessment, so the students are not stressed during class. With that done, I want to approach the last part of the lesson with a more communicative uh, approach. Now, in this part of the lesson, I will ask the students to talk about people that inspire them, but they are producing language in this part of the lesson, and producing language is harder, especially in spoken form. So I introduce a format for the students that is right here. Okay, they will talk about someone they admire with a classmate, obviously, And here we have the biography of an actor. And what the student has to do is name a person they admire, say what do they do. They are a politician, they are an actor, whatever they do. And then talk about something they achieved while they were younger. And then talk about something, the most important achievement during their lives. Finally, they talk about why they find this person inspiring. It is my job to provide feedback and help students while they are doing this. And this is my second class. Thank you for watching. That is all.